Okay, so I'm going to do a general reading, see how this goes. And you know what? There's a first for everything. If you're not used to trying new things, get out of your comfort zone, just try something. So I did do a reading for myself before. This one's going to be more general, hopefully. I have no idea how it's going to go, but we'll see. And I'll probably start off with these, the Goddess Oracle. We'll see how those go first. I think we could choose 4. One. Like I said, I don't know how this is going to go, but we'll just see. Try it, why not? Higher vibrational frequencies on your place. Spirit guides, guardian angels, archangels, ascended masters with good intention, ancestors, highest self, highest me, mother, father, divine universe. And I get 2 more cards, please. So these are the Goddess Oracle cards. Okay, I think that one went on to come out. 1 more. Please and thank you. 1 more. Thank you. All right. So this is the deck I'm using for the Oracle cards. Goddess Oracle cards. Okay. We've got salvation, home, the moon, earth. Very nice. Okay, so that's 18, that's 9, 22 is 4, 32 is 5, and 6, 16. 1 and 6 is 7. So I'll read each of them. And if you want to skip forward past this, you can do so. I don't care. It's fine. Like I said, I'm new at this. I'm trial and error, see how it goes. Hopefully less error. Hopefully less trial, too. Jeez. Practice, that's all. Okay. Green Terra, salvation, empowerment message. The divine has intended you into being and given you the assignment to explore life through certain perceived limitations. You're meant to learn about life and all its complexities, especially learning about how to be in community with others. Green Terra, a Tibetan goddess, also known as She Who Saves, says that you will never be alone in life's journey. This compassionate savior goddess of intimate friendship will ensure that the right people will show up for you at the right time. Green Terra reminds you that your needs will always be met. You don't need to know the how, as that is her domain. You just need to trust, and the goddess Green Terra will use her magic on your behalf. You are safe and secure, and always in the care of the divine. The alignment messages, Green Terra, known as She Who Saves, is here to remind you that salvation is contingent on your willingness to release your ego conflicts. This is something I deal with on a regular. And surrender your wants and unmet desires to the divine. Do you find yourself swimming in a nagging spiral of dissatisfaction? Are you comparing yourself to others and always coming up short? Do you feel entitled to the manifestation of your wants arriving in only the form that you will accept them? Where are you suffering from longing and wanting? Are you hungry, like a ghost that will never be fed, and blind to the opportunities that are truly yours? Never fear, just a true friend will let you know when you're off track. Green Terra will let you know when you're out of alignment. She will save you from the destructive qualities of hubris and entitlement. Oh my God, why am I having a hard time? What is this, stage fright? And elitism, as well as the consciousness of lack with the following alignment tasks. Get right with yourself and the world again. First, know that you are exactly where you need to be right now. And if that means empty for a little period of time, that's perfect. Instead of looking at what isn't there, bless every tiny aspect of your life with deep gratitude. That really does help manifestation, by the way, gratitude. Green Terra will show you that the world is your friend. You've only been fighting against yourself. You will then recognize Earth as a place of joy and abundance. Okay, second one, home, number 22. That's interesting, that number 22. Empowerment message. Hestia, home. Being at home in your own skin is what the Greek goddess of the earth, Hestia, offers you today. When you are in alignment with your truest self, it's like everything you do suddenly fits and feels right. Now is the time to also look into your domestic environment, making sure you are surrounded by beautiful things that have a special positive meaning for you. Cleaning, tending house, and taking care of simple things are what is called, for now, chop wood and carry water, as the Zen koan puts it. The answers to the big questions come of their own accord when you are focused on the small tasks, meaning being in the present. The goddess, Hestia, reminds you that when you are at home in yourself, you are at home in the world. Your alignment message. Are you surrounded by clutter in your home or work? Do you have objects or clothes that have negative stories attached to them? Every object, oh shit, that's something for me. Every object holds energies and tells a specific story. The pants that don't fit you shame you. The gift from an ex-partner taunts you with disappointment or resentment. The books you will never read shout at you. Who needs this? The goddess Hestia, who rules the earth, offers you this alignment task. Do the house cleaning, declutter, make space in your environment. Do the same for your mind too. Your mind might be cluttered with old stories that have no value for you now. Walk away from the situations you know you don't belong in. Get rid of all of it. When you remove the superfluous distractions, it's amazing how your intentions come together like magic. Make space for the miracles the goddess Hestia has in store for you. Yes, it takes work, but it's worth it. Okay, that was that one. Now, my videos are not going to be edited, so there's going to be moments in between. You either bear with me or you don't have to watch. It's up to you. If there's a message in any of these, I'm glad that you're getting it. If not, then you can skip forward or you can go to a different video or somebody else. That's cool too. Okay, next one. The moon, 32. Mama Killa. I think I'm pronouncing that right. If not, please message me in the comments. The Incan goddess of the moon presides over the power of cycles and seasons. The moon rules the night sky, returning full 13 times in a year. And you know what's funny about that is there's actually supposed to be 13 zodiacs, not 12. Just letting you know. The ancients marked the time by the moon to know when to plant, when to harvest, when to store food, and when to celebrate fertility. Right now, you are invited to see what is familiar and decide whether you need to improve on it or leave things as they are. The answer to your inquiry can be found in the timing of things and the cycle you're in. You can apply the idea of natural cycles to relationships, creative projects, personal growth, and more. If you're honest with yourself, you will see there is no way to control these cycles, only to use the creative energy they offer to help you. If your relationship is unclear, yet brimming with potential, you might turn to the new moon energy that shows up in the spring cycle of life. In that case, you just need to allow the relationship to grow naturally and be clear in your intentions. When your outer world seems to be slowing down, with obstacles rising up and temporarily blocking your every move, do not put up resistance. Instead, take full advantage of the need to rest and recalibrate your intentions as you wait for the cycle to change. No matter what, like the cycles of the moon, there is divine order in everything that is happening in your life right now. Once you know this, the goddess Mama Kela welcomes you to her divine moon dance of co-creation. So sometimes you just got to go with the flow. That's for sure. The alignment message. Sometimes you feel out of sync with life, frustrated that the universe isn't providing you with what you desire. Do you want what you want, exactly how and when you want it, and feel like the great goddess is ignoring you? You may be wanting something to happen faster than it's meant to occur. Remember, the conditions of your life are temporal and ever-changing. Maybe you've just been unaware of the cycle that you're in, and so you've been missing the signals. The moon goddess, Mama Kela, knows the cycles intimately, and she shall let you know when it's time for the next phase. Mama is always on track with the cycles of creation, and you must trust this wisdom. Her alignment task for you is to recognize and work with the natural cycle you are in. You will be amazed as the alignment with the rhythm of the universe allows you to once again co-create consciously and surrender to life on its life's terms. It's a beautiful dance when Mama offers you her support. 32, 5 change. All right, and lastly, Gaia Earth. These ones fell off my knee. These are past life cards here. Keeping them on my left knee for now. 16, number 7, Gaia. 16. Empowerment message. Being grounded, slowing down, and remaining present in your body is the message of the Greek goddess Gaia has for you right now. Perhaps you've spent too much time in your head lately and have not taken as good a care of yourself as you would have liked to. Get into a rhythm, make sure you get enough sleep, commit to spending more time in nature, and eat sustainably with a conscious awareness. Gaia, the earth, mother of all life, invites you to pay attention to your body, for you are a creature of the earth as well as spirit. You are a part of this living earth, which is the foundation for all of life that has a physical form. What forms does your life take? This is a perfect time to take a closer look to ensure you are happy with it. You're also asked to examine the foundation of what you're building right now. Does it feel solid and stable? Now is the perfect time to focus on stability and security, ensuring you move forward in a grounded way. The goddess Gaia reminds you that Earth is the playground for conscious manifestation. So be respectful in this truth. Your alignment message is when you scatter your energy and allow fear to take root, you can become ungrounded or out of touch with the environment. You become a little disconnected from your true nature as a spiritual being having a human experience. The need now is to look at the cracks in the foundation of the life you've built. When even one aspect of your life is out of alignment, it affects everything else. And this is very important and true about your root, okay? To make sure there's some healing work being done. Because if it's built off of that, that may cause some problems in the long run. The need now is to look at the cracks and ground yourself with Gaia, the Earth Mother. She wants you to enjoy creating the world you live in. Your alignment task is to take a fearless inventory of where, how, and with whom you live your life. Is your energy draining from the choices you're making? Are you physically exhausted? Do you accept less than your value? Your efforts now must be to repair the foundation of your life and begin again. You will be thrilled with the results and wonder why you didn't do it sooner. The goddess Gaia is supporting your every move. The more you stay in a higher vibrational frequency, the easier things are. Even myself sways in and out. I'm not always at the highest form, and sometimes there are things that I'm still having to learn. So at this particular time in my life, I'm kind of middle grounded right now. I'm not at a severe low, and I'm not flying high like I was previously, that euphoric state. So I'm a bit in the middle, and I'm quite content and happy right now. There are a few things that I would like to be sorted out myself. So if you're feeling that, just know that things will work out shortly, okay? And you really have nothing to worry about except focus on your present, what you're doing right now. Like me doing this reading right now. I was a little bit nervous at the first to start reading and stuff, and there's no reason for it. So overthinking definitely has a lot to play into. Okay, so I'm going to do a couple past life cards. There's one for salvation, one for home, a past life card for home, past life card for home. Oh, that one's trying to slip through the cracks. Past life card for the moon, and a past life card for earth. Since that fell down, I'm going to get that card. Perfect. Phobias. Nice. Awesome. Okay, for salvation, we have forgiveness. Phobias for home. Trees for the moon. Greco-Roman for earth. That's interesting. Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure it's been said many, many times, not just at this moment in time, but throughout history, forgiveness is also key. When it comes to salvation, I'm going to assume that if you need to forgive yourself before anybody else, do that. Sometimes it's easy just to say, oh, we can forgive other people, but then at the same time, whatever part you had to play in it as well, if you can't forgive yourself for that, it's going to make it a lot harder to genuinely forgive another person. So whether it be stating it outright until you are comfortable with saying it, or really truly just reminding yourself internally that you forgive yourself before you attempt to forgive other people. I would say that it's easy to just say, oh yeah, I forgive you, whatever, move on. But do you really mean it when you say it to another person? And is there a part of yourself that maybe has to do with the situation, your own accountability, that you may not have forgiven yourself for? I would start there, from within outwards. Phobia, home. Me personally, I have some situations going on. The phobias don't necessarily have to be something really bad. It could just be minor hiccups, things that may be uncomfortable for you, or things that you haven't even addressed yet, or concerns you may have. But ultimately, if you think about it, things generally work out when you're calm and you do not let fear overrun you, and you understand that no matter which way it plays out, it's going to be a lesson for you regardless. The moon and the trees. I don't know if you've ever been outside in your backyard at nighttime, or if you've ever seen the moon actually come through the trees or kind of light up around the trees. It's almost like it almost gives it like an aura. Like trees themselves have an aura around them, but you almost see like a glow around them. I would say they're heavily connected, just like the trees need the sun. I'd say there's a part there that goes unspoken. The moon's hidden for things that have yet to be brought to the light. So even when it comes to trees, family tree or anything like that, I would say it's very important to maybe take a look at some things that have been maybe pushed down. Whatever things that you haven't addressed. I mean, when it comes to home and a foundation, you want to make sure that whatever you're building now, moving forward, is going to be on solid ground. So if there's things that are maybe hidden, or things not even spoken about within the home, maybe it's time to do a little introspection in yourself. Introspection, forgiveness of yourself or forgiveness of others. Speak your truth. I've said this before, but it doesn't matter what it is. When you're speaking your genuine, authentic truth, when you're speaking it from the heart, it just comes out, and it's so raw and unfiltered and pre-planned or anything like that. It's not rehearsed, is what I meant to say. So when you speak it outright and it's just coming from within you, it's very hard for even a complete narcissist to disregard it. But if you're in a toxic situation in your own home, definitely give yourself some space, because you got to also do the cleansing in your home, the clearing out, making sure to make room for the new that's coming in. It's just like spring cleaning, only we're in the fall. So if you think about it, the spiritual realm and the physical 3D realm, there's a thin layer. So right now is the perfect time to clear out old energies, old stuff. I personally myself have some things that I need to clear out as well. And that may help you get some of the clarity for your own forgiveness. Like as you're cleaning out stuff, you may even get some flashes or get some information given to you, or just don't necessarily hold on to the emotional aspect of it, but what lessons you may have learned from it, so you can get past the phobias, because the phobias do not have to even exist. They're just to prevent you from any harm. But if you're not in any real harm or danger, then it's pretty much your mind playing tricks on you. And keep speaking your truth. Now the Roman. Personally, I have my own, let's see if I can bring it up here. I have, in my own family history, some of which that are from Italy. So, personally, I would say, you know how the Roman Empire, they had the, what is it? Colosseum? Is it the Colosseum where they'd fight? And basically the entire system was set up to have people distracted. We're supposed to be connected with ourselves. Ultimately, we're supposed to be connected with ourselves. We always were. Right now, the system we're in, it's almost like that. Almost like the Roman Empire. Kind of having everybody fight everybody, everybody cheering on negative behaviors, being fed and drink and being distracted, so that those above with even more knowledge that they're not sharing with everybody else can keep us detached from our higher selves, which doesn't allow any salvation, which doesn't allow us to truly forgive ourselves, which creates all sorts of phobias and stuff when they press it upon us. And it's definitely killing the earth, killing our whole essence, our ancestors, everything they put forth to have you in your space that you're in right now. I would say that that's a bit of a war thing. There's a lot of good that came out of it, but there's a lot of bad that came out of that as well. Earth has a lot of good to offer, but if you mistreat Gaia, there's a lot of bad to come out of that too. It has to be balanced, as everything else does. So when it comes to past life, I think one of the biggest lessons to learn is self-love, and part of that is forgiving yourself. That would be like one of the most ultimate lessons you could possibly learn. is to truly love yourself, truly forgive yourself for anything. Even if you screw up tomorrow and you break something or you forget something, you're constantly putting yourself down. Those are just old programming. It's just old ways of thinking. Forgiving yourself is like, should be at the top of the list for self-love, and to head in that direction. Phobias from past lives. I mean, things that went wrong that we didn't learn. Things that weren't transmuted. Negative things that transpired. Negative things that happened. Energies that happened that were passed down to us that were not learned. Become phobias, I would say. Because you already, technically, if you believe in that sort of thing, you've already lived through it. You already know what's to come, or what a possibility is to come, is not necessarily the truth. And since we're our own manifestors and we should be connected with our own selves, there is nothing to fear, except maybe your own brain. Trees in a past life, roots go deep, but do they? Recently, I seen, I think it was an article that tree roots actually span outwards across the ground. They're more widespread instead of very, very deep. Now, there's a few in the center that go really deep, but not as deep as you might think. Not as deep as tall as they get. And you know the thing about trees is they're very respectful. Treetops, if you ever look at them, they give each other space in between where they grow up top. Respecting your family trees, your roots, your history. Now, given there's a lot of things that have been swept under the rug or things that have been maybe hidden, like with the moon. But at the same time, understanding where you come from, your bloodline, maybe the family you were growing up in wasn't truly grateful for your existence, but your ancestors or maybe even your grandparents or whoever came before you might be cheering you on. They might really need your help in this whole spiritual war, the spiritual battle that we got going on, if that's a past life. I mean, you got land, sea, sky. And again, going back to the Romans, they had a certain way of doing it. That's pretty callous, if you ask me, to decide on a person's life, or in this case, social media. I personally don't give a shit. If you want to like, thumbs up, it's okay. If not, don't worry about it. There are specific videos. I've got more than enough. There's over 500 now. Thank you to the new subscribers, by the way. If you made it this far, 27 minutes and 58 seconds. Thank you. I really, truly appreciate you guys, your comments, everything like that. I don't expect anything from anybody here. If there's one video out of the 500 that resonated with you, that you came across, awesome. Then I've done something right. Or at least one more thing right. Battling it out. Dominance for power. If this is a past life thing, sometimes you realize that having power in everything or having control over every aspect of your life isn't necessarily the right way to go about things. That's something we can learn from history. This is what we're supposed to have complete control over. Ourselves. We're a part of the earth. We're a part of the universe. The universe is abundant. Therefore, we are abundant. Anything we want, anything we need, we can have. It starts with that first. If you can see that, it starts with that. Authenticity, true love, your twin flame, your love of self, your forgiveness in yourself is very important. Very freaking important. Okay. So far, I don't know how this reading is going, but I'm getting more in tune with it. A little bit more comfortable. So It's getting past your comfort zone, I would say. Your comfort level. What are you comfortable with? Are you willing to step outside of that for a couple seconds? Doing this, it seems good. I'm all about the self-love thing. And if you screw up or whatever, you have to be able to forgive yourself. Be like, listen, instead of being hard on yourself, calling yourself names or putting yourself down, be like, you know what? I made a mistake here. I don't want to do it again. I'm not going to make myself feel worse than I already do. And I will know better for next time. Or I will change the way I go about it next time. Or that could have been handled differently and I acknowledge that and I take accountability for that. And that could have been done differently. Or maybe my approach to it was a certain way and I could have changed it. And I'm going to do that for next time. So I learned the lesson. So now I'm no longer feeling guilty and residing in that or wallowing in that self-pity, shame or guilt or any of that stuff. I'm taking the necessary steps. I'm admitting that I want to change it for next time and acknowledging what I want to change. That's a good start. Okay, so let's do root chakra. One card for root chakra. As I said, I'm going to make this as cringeworthy as possible. I don't care if I am slurring my words. I'm not even slurring. I'm just having a hard time speaking. Look at that. As it drops. I'm going to keep pushing forward. I don't give a fuck what kind of energies or entities are trying to slow me down. I don't care how much others may view me a certain way. I don't care how crappy this video is made. It's not going to be perfect because I'm not perfect. Unless somebody views me as perfect. Then that's in their mind. That's in their opinion, you know, their thoughts and stuff like that. And that's fine if that's the way they want to see me. But honestly, it's in the eye of the beholder. Right? So for root, we get Fool. 0, the hero. Rainbow. Sacral chakra. One card for sacral chakra. Eight of coins. There's another one that won't come out, but we're only going to do one card for each for now. I'm still getting used to this. I'm still getting into the flow of this for doing video reads. It's a process. And I'm not going to shame myself for not getting it right the first time. Or making it look a certain way the first time.